Okay, you guys, we're now going to take a look at exercise 3-4. Susie Green earns $20 per hour for up to 300 units of production each day. Okay, now, she's going to be paid $20 per hour, period. But they're hoping during that, during the hours she spends in the factory each day, that she's going to produce 300 units in her department. Probably not completing them by herself, but through her department. If she produces more than 300 units per day, she would receive an additional piece rate of 0.5333 cents per unit. Assume that her hours worked and pieces finished for the week ended were as follows. Okay, now what's going to happen, you guys? She gets $20 per hour regardless. Okay. If she's over 300 units, she gets more than that. She gets some extra per piece. But if she's under $300 or 300 units, then those units that she was under by, that cost goes to factory overhead instead of work in process. So I think it'll make sense as we go through it. So let's do Monday, hours worked, 8 each day. So we'll go ahead and fill those in. And our total here, of course, will be 40 for the week. Alright, how many pieces did she finish each day? 300 for Monday, so she just hit the target on Monday. On Tuesday, not such a good day, 260 units. On Wednesday, 420 units. On Thursday, 440 units. And then on Friday, 280 units. Now, the problem with a system like this, you guys, is maybe you have some downtime on the equipment. And if that's the case, then you're actually penalizing your employee on days when you have downtime, because they can't hit their target or get above their target. Okay, now we'll look at earnings Susie had for the week at $20 per hour. This one's just going to be 8 times 20 equals 160. And then we can just bring that on down because it's 8 times 20 each day. I'll center those. Maybe I'm not. Now we'll sum that column, get the total. We get earnings of $800 for the week. Now, for each day that Susie was over 300 units, she's going to receive an extra 53 cents, a little more than 53.33 cents per piece. Okay, well, she hit 300 exactly on Monday. She was under on Tuesday. Now, if she's under, part of her pay, part of this 160 is going to be allocated to makeup guarantee. Really, it's just we're paying her $20 an hour for hitting the 300. So if she's under the 300, part of that pay is going to be considered factory overhead. Okay, so she was under by 40 units. Excuse me. First, though, we want to fill out this column for each one, you guys. So we're going to say the 53.33 cents times the number of pieces finished. So that equals times okay. So what happens when she hits exactly 300 pieces? Then her pay is exactly $160 based on production. Well, we're going to pay her $160 at a bare minimum anyway. So her payroll earnings for Monday would be $160. we're never going to let it go below 160. If she doesn't do enough production to get to the 160, then that difference is going to go into this makeup guarantee, which we'll treat as overhead. Okay, so let's go to the next day. Equals 0.5333 times 260 units. So pay that day was only 139 based on production. But we're guaranteeing Susie 160 per day anyway at the $20 per hour. So here we get some makeup difference. It's going to be 160 minus the 139, and that $21 will be charged to overhead. Okay, so her total pay for Tuesday would be the 139 plus the 21, still 160. So even if she's under the production amount, we're paying her $20 an hour, still have to pay her the 160. Here she hit it exactly, so she gets the 160. She gets extra though if she goes over, and that's what we're going to have in this next situation. Her pay based on units produced for Wednesday is equal to our rate per unit of 53.33 cents times 420. Really good day on Wednesday. 420 units produced. So that's $224. She's not below the 160, so there's nothing to make up. So the payroll earnings on Wednesday equal $224. Okay, on Thursday, it's equal to 0.5333 times 440. She's over again. Okay, the 235 is greater than the 160, so she's going to get 235 for Thursday. Then Friday, she's under. Let's say it's going to be equal to 0.5333 times 280 units. Okay, so we're going to have to make up some pay. We're guaranteeing her at least 160. But we're going to have to make up some here. It's equal to the 160 minus the 149. $11 to make up here. But she's still going to get her 160. All right, now let's sum these columns. And then we can just bring this over. So her pay for the week at $20 per hour would have been $800, but since she gets some extra when she goes over 300 pieces, total pay is actually going to be $939. Okay, so like I mentioned before, the part that will go into work in process is the 907. Right, that's pay based on units produced. So that's debited to our work in process inventory account. Our makeup guarantee, when Susie was under the required production amount, but she still got paid for the full 8 hours, those makeup guarantees, as they're calling them, are going to be a part of factory overhead. So that's our $32. But then total payroll will be the $939. Oh, excuse me, I got that in the wrong place. Okay, you guys, practice this one with me, and then you shouldn't have any trouble with your next homework problem, exercise 3-3.